Do you bring an ID with you when you go out on a ride? Well, if you don't, stick around and I'll tell you why you should. Before we begin, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can win a $40 gift card to Road ID. Aloha everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. Hey, today we're going to start with a question that I asked at the very beginning of the video, and that is, do you bring an ID with you when you go out on a ride? Now, personally, if I'm going on a short ride of maybe 10 miles or less, I don't bring an ID or my wallet with me. The only time I'm carrying a wallet is if I'm driving somewhere, like maybe to the bike path, and I need to have my driver's license and my keys and all of that stuff. And so I'll bring a hydration pack or a fanny pack or, some sort of a sling where I can store those items because, my wallet doesn't have a lot of money in it. It does have a lot of credit cards. And so my wallet's a little thick. So I don't like to carry a wallet with me when I'm doing these shorter rides. And the problem with that is that if I'm ever in any sort of an accident, there's no way that people are going to know who I am, especially if I get into an accident and I get knocked out and I'm unconscious, right? So how do I solve this problem of being able to let first responders know who I am and who to contact in the event of an emergency? Well, that's where this comes in. This is a Road ID. It's basically a bracelet that contains all of your information on it so that in case you get into a crash and let's say you're knocked out and you can't speak for yourself, that's where this thing can speak for you. So besides having your personal information like who to contact, you can also include medical information like your blood type, or maybe you're allergic to certain types of medications. And who knows, that might save your life. And in fact, the Road ID website is filled with stories of people from around the world who have had similar experiences where their Road ID has come in really handy. So my journey with Road ID started 10 years ago back in 2012 when I got back into mountain biking, and I was heavily into it. I bought a brand new bike. I was finding trails to ride on. I was riding with some friends, and I got into some gnarly situations. There were some trails that are kind of dangerous, actually. Fell more than my share of times, I must admit. And it got me thinking, the guys that I were with were friends, but we weren't close enough that they knew who my wife was or knew her number so that in case if anything happened, they'd know how to contact her. And so then I found Road ID, and I actually bought this bracelet 10 years ago, and I've been using it off and on ever since. So when the pandemic hit and we were all forced into this lockdown, one of the only things that you could do on our island at the time was to ride your bike or exercise. That was one of the only ways that you could actually kind of get outside your house. And so I dusted off my bike, pumped up the tires, and just started riding again. But just riding, in my neighborhood, around my home, a lot of it not on trails. And I rode pretty much every single day to the point in which my tires became bald. My knobby tires that would be used for mountain biking up on trails, I was just riding on roads and I wore them out. Pulled this thing out again because a lot of my rides were all being done just by myself, and just wanted that peace of mind to know that, in case something happened, first responders would know who I was and then who to contact. Then I got back into BMX. I found the SE Ripper online at the Bike Factory. I had always wanted to try one. Bit the bullet, just had them send me the bike, and I have been in love with big bike BMX ever since. The mountain bike now has kind of been pushed off to the side. The tires are a little soft again, and I'm just riding, these big BMX bikes again. And I decided instead of just taking this off every single time and then forgetting about it, I just leave this thing on. So if you look at a lot of my videos on this channel, you'll see me wearing this, and this pretty much just stays on. Okay, there is a metal piece that I can't really show you because it has all of my information on it, but that is what stores or has your information etched on it, and they have a lifetime guarantee. If that thing rubs off, and actually mine is starting to rub off on one side, the side that kind of like hits stuff a lot, they will replace it. So that's a pretty awesome warranty to have, that this company is going to stand behind their work and replace this band if anything goes wrong. Before we talk about the company, let's talk about why you should get one. The first, and probably one of the most important reasons, is that if you are a solo rider, if you are out there riding your bike by yourself and you're going out there often, if something happens and you can't speak for yourself, then the Road ID is going to speak for you. It'll let the first responders know your name. They'll be able to radio that ahead to the hospital. They will then be able to look up your information to see if there's anything in your medical history that they need to know about. You can also include information like your blood type, or if you're allergic to certain medications. All of that information can be put on this little bracelet that can potentially save your life. Another reason why you should get one is that it provides your family with peace of mind. More than half of my rides, I'd say maybe about 75% of my rides, are by myself. And so I just feel much better when I go out that if something were to happen, my information is right there on my wrist. And so my family also feels a lot better, because if anything were to happen, my wife's number is on my bracelet and she'll be called right away. Now, the last couple of reasons why you should pick one up is that they're affordable and they're really easy to wear. Personally, I like this type of bracelet. I started wearing these when Lance Armstrong was diagnosed with cancer many years ago, and he came out with those yellow Livestrong bracelets, like everybody was wearing them. You know, I had a mother that passed away from cancer myself. And so, you know, cancer was kind of like this thing that, you know, hit home to me. And so I wanted to support the cause. And so I bought the bracelets and I left them on. I never took those bracelets off. And I've been doing the same thing with this since I got back into biking. I have just never taken this off. They also make tags for your Apple Watch. So if you would rather just have something on your Apple Watch, they make a tag that fits on your watch. You can also get a tag that fits on a Fitbit or a Garmin or other devices. You can get something that attaches to your shoe. You can even get like a military dog tag thing that you can wear on your neck. They've covered a lot of bases in how you can wear something. So who is Road ID? They are a company founded by a son and his father, Mike and Edward Wimmer. I wanted to make sure I say that correctly. Mike was a college student training for his first marathon. He was going out for training runs, and his father would always bug him about wearing an ID or bringing his ID with him. Mike never really saw the need for it until one day he was almost hit by a truck. And then he kind of realized, I think my dad's onto something, and I think my dad's right. Isn't that always how that happens, right? Kids, you don't listen to your parents until something happens, and then you're like, yeah, they were right after all. Anyway, and so they banded together to create this company, and their mission statement is to educate outdoor enthusiasts about the importance of wearing an ID, and to also provide innovative products for these athletes to use as part of their daily gear. Now, what's also really cool about the company is that they make a donation to a charity every single time someone makes a purchase. So here is the cool part. I have been accepted as a Team Road ID ambassador for the upcoming year. This also means I get my own coupon code to share with all of you. Like, how freaking cool is that? Does this mean I am an actual YouTube influencer now? I don't know. Who knows? But it's pretty cool that I can give you a personal coupon code, and it is down in the description below. So check it out and you'll get 25% off your order at roadid.com. To celebrate being a Road ID ambassador, I'm going to be giving away a $40 gift card to someone out there so you can purchase your own Road ID stuff. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I'll choose someone at random. And you can be from anywhere around the world. I will send you the information via email on how you can get the code that you need to purchase $40 of stuff from Road ID. So again, just subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll choose someone at random. Throughout the year, I'll also be able to share with you other maybe coupon codes or promotions that they'll be having. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Cruising in the 808. And we'll see where this thing goes. All right. Hey, as always, thanks for stopping by. I hope this was worthwhile to you. If it was, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of one another. Be safe, and aloha.